So hello there and welcome to another album review of The Shield on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector. So wherever you are, good morning, good night. And as you can see, I'm going to talk about the album in the background. And that's Hellripper, which is a band that just released an album last Friday, February 17th, and it's called Warlocks, Scream, and Withered Hags. And this band is a one-man affair, and it's described as a black metal, speed metal type of deal. But within the 8 songs that it has and like the 43-minute runtime, it goes a lot through a lot of thrash, speed metal, and I think the black metal is more in the vocals. And what's really impressive about this is that this is only one man, and I am one man, and when I do laundry, it takes me a while. So I couldn't imagine doing a whole fucking album by myself. But yeah, it's really impressive. And the mastermind behind it, here's a picture of him. And yes, uh, the guy is supremely talented. I never heard of this band until a few like days ago. There was the buzz about this album, and I'm like, I'm gonna check it out because I have no idea what it sounds like. I never listened to it, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, if you like old school metal, but if you don't like those black metal production, do not fear because the production on this album is top fucking notch. It's everything sounds great. All the instruments. I'm just so impressed that one person can do this alone and do it so good. And I really was blown away by the album. I think this album is an early contender for album of the year. And we're only in February, people, but this is that good. So, like I said, this is a one-man black metal speed metal band formed back in 2014 by James McBain. And I'm telling you, it says that he has was very influenced by bands like Venom, Dark Throne, and thrash metal bands like Megadeth, Metallica, and Sabbath, and punk-oriented bands. If you say punk, like Motorhead, Anti-Cymex, to name a few. But also, there's some similarities. There's another band called Midnight that does this type of like old school. But I think the difference between Midnight and Hellripper is the technicality. I think Hellripper, this is a more technical album, especially in the thrash metal riffs that are poured into a lot of these songs. And I thought that really makes it stand out. So like I said, it's 8 tracks, 43 minutes. And something very interesting is, the themes that are discussed in this album is a lot of like Scottish folklore. So there's a lot of like mythological beasts, like on the opener, the Noche la Vie. I don't know if I'm fucking saying it right, but that song is a fucking ripper. And it really starts the album on a very high note. And I like the black metal style vocals with the speed metal because it makes it sound interesting. Because my problem sometimes with black metal bands is like the production and the instruments sound so muddy that you can't enjoy them. But I really could enjoy all the instruments on this album, and this track in particular, the opening track, great one. And then the tracks that I thought that had more of that thrash metal element is the second track, I the Deceiver, Goat Vomit Nightmare, and I just fucking love that title, and Curse Carrion Crown. Those three have a lot of thrash metal into them. I the Deceiver, for example, there's a riff in a part of the song that really reminded me of Kill 'Em All Metallica era, like really good. I'm like, if this would have come out in the 80s, it would have gone straight to the top. So if you like those bands from the 80s, you will like Hellripper because I think he pays homage to his influences, but he brings like a fresh take because like with the black metal, I remember Venom. They said that they put a lot of black metal with, they weren't thrash metal, but kind of speed. And Hellripper has something of that, but I think I enjoy his vocals more. I really enjoy them. I think they have attitude. There's an evil to the vocals that I really enjoy. And yeah, then there you have a song like The Hissing Marshes, which has a great bass line, and that one has a lot of like Motorhead influences to it. But you know, it's a thumping bass, like yes, love the bass, man. Yeah, so good. And yeah, again, the mood of the album. This album never gets old. You never get bored with it because there's a lot of like shifts in tone in the musicality. Goat Vomit Nightmare. I just enjoy that. That's a shorter track, like a 3.5 minute, and I just love the title. I just love saying Goat Vomit Nightmare. Like, could you imagine like this goat vomiting on you and you're having this nightmare? It's just fucked up. But yeah, a song that has a lot of like different elements and they include some of the Scottish heritage is the title track. Warlock Scream and Withered Hags. There's a part where there's some bagpipes and they do not sound out of place. Like I'm telling you, that part with the bagpipes was like a highlight for me in that song. And it really makes it stand out. And it's good that he took part of his country's heritage and blended it to the music and made it sound great. You know, the only time that I hear like bagpipes in metal is with Korn. But yeah, with black metal and thrash metal, not much. But the way he does it on this album is flawless. And that's another standout track on the album. Maybe the best track. The album closer, Mester's Tour Worm, it's an 8.5 minute epic song. And it goes through like speed metal, thrash, black metal vocals, and everything goes into place and it finishes the album on a strong note. So, does this album have bad tracks? Hell fucking no. There's not a weak track or a weak moment on this album at all. I'm telling you, this album it really blew me away how good it is. And the fact that it's one man doing everything, it's fucking impressive. I was really impressed with this album. I've had it on repeat because not only is it technical, it's fun. It's a fun record about evil shit. And who doesn't want to hear a fun record about evil shit? I know I do. And hopefully you as well. So, what did you think about Hellripper and the third album, Warlock Dreams and Withered Hags? Were you impressed by this? Have you heard of this band before? If not, what are your favorite tracks? Comment. I would really want to know. So if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe because that helps the channel grow. And I'm a small channel, but getting bigger by the day. So I need your support, people, because without you, I cannot get to where I want to be. So coming up next, I got more interviews on the way planned for next week. And also, the Is It That Bad series is returning with Dream Theater, The Astonishing. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield on a Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you, and hail the fucking goat.